Suppose we are to find the foci, the directrix, and the axis of symmetry of the hyperbola. We're given this equation, x squared over 9 minus y squared over 16 equals 1. And then we're to sketch the graph. Unlike the ellipse where a is always greater than b, for the hyperbola, it will vary or it will depend. Okay, so a here is always positive. So our equation, so we can see that the center of the hyperbola, where do you think is it? So the center is at the origin. Okay. What else? What else can we get? What other information can we get from your hyperbola? Okay. We know that a squared is equal to 9. Therefore, a is equal to positive 3. So a is 3. On the other hand, b squared is 16. So b is equal to 4. So we can determine c, which is the distance from the vertex to the focus. No, not the vertex, rather the distance from the center to the focus. So c here for hyperbola, c is the distance. So based from my drawing earlier, c is the distance from the center to the focus. So let's review. So here I have mentioned that if this is your hyperbola, for instance, and then you form a right triangle here, somewhere in between. Okay. So we know that it has the asymptotes. So we have here the asymptote. So that's approaching, but it's never meeting there. Okay. Then there is a formation of a right triangle here. So suppose this is the center, then there. Okay, now this distance from this point, okay, here, this is to here, the center is actually the same, okay, from the center to the focus. For instance, the focus is here. Okay, again, the distance, if we have a point here to the center of the hyperbola, is equal. Okay, so let's call this, let's pick another color. So from here up to the center, this will be equal to distance from the center to the focus. Okay, so that's the concept of, or that's the idea of the definition of your hyperbola. Okay, so from that, from our equation, we can already get the focus, or the distance from the center to the point called the focus. Okay, so c will be equal to, c squared will then be equal to a squared plus b squared. You have 25. So c is equal to positive negative 5. Okay, so either positive or negative 5. Because we know that from the center, we move up and down or left and right because we have two curves. Alright, so now we have your foci. So the first one is your foci. Okay. Then we need to get the directrix and axis of symmetry. But you know, if you think about it, what does axis of symmetry mean? What is it trying to say? It's simply, instead of axis of symmetry, you have your transverse axis. Okay, we have to determine what is the transverse axis. And from the transverse axis, we can get your conjugate axis. Because we know that the conjugate axis is perpendicular to your transverse axis. So if we're to sketch the hyperbola, looking at your equation, will it be a horizontal or will it be a vertical hyperbola? Okay. So it will be a horizontal hyperbola because of a positive x, so your hyperbola will be facing left and right. Where is the center? The center is at the origin. So if this is your Cartesian plane. Oh, I think I can just use this. Here, let me choose black. Sorry, late realizations. So this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. Move. Okay, there. Then your hyperbola, let's try to determine how many steps is the vertex. Okay, where do you think will the vertex be? So it is a units, right? So the vertex is a units left and right. So if this is 0, 0, and 1, 2, 3, one vertex is here. And the other one, 1, 2, 3, the other one is here. Okay. And then the focus will be the value of C. So we have 5 units from the center. Since this is already 3, we need to move 2. So 4, 5. One focus is here, 4, 5. The other is here. So we have the focus is here. And the other one is in here, the point. Okay, so let's try to sketch your hyperbola. Let me use this color. This is the vertex. And also here. Supposedly it's passing through there. Okay, so it extends. And then let's find the coordinates. So this will be, what will be the coordinates of this point of your focus? Your focus 1. Okay, this is 5 units to the left of the origin, so this is negative 5, 0. Okay, and then the other focus focus 2 is positive. Positive 5, 0. And then, your vertex will be negative 3, 0. The other vertex is positive 3, 0. Alright? Now, where will the directrix be? So, the directrix is said to be the line that is defined. So, since you have a horizontal parabola, so the directrix, let me denote this as D equals positive negative a squared over c. For this case, this will be D equals a squared is 9, c is 5. So, the directrix will be, so since it is a horizontal, so this will be x. X equals, so the directrix, x equals positive negative 9 over 5. So we have 2. Now what is 9 over 5 approximately equal to? So that's approximately 1.8. So somewhere here. This is 1, 2. So somewhere here. So the directrix will be somewhere here. So we have here, directrix is here. And the other one here at the right. Somewhere here. So the directrix is defined by x equals negative 9 over 5 and x equals positive 9 over 5. So we have the foci, the directrix. Now the axis of symmetry. It's very obvious. So your axis of symmetry, or the transverse axis, is the x-axis. And the conjugate axis is your y-axis. So that's how you graph the parabola. So the foci, you already have the foci, the vertices. The center is at the origin. You have your directrices, then your transverse, and your conjugate axis.